First son, say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashim al Shah, Bashim al Kadash. On your double honor to elders, apostle, and teacher, great millstone, following the truth, and say shalom to the hopeful elect of Israel. And I'm gonna say this on how, well, there's a video when brothers put in a group chat. No, things are going to happen. Knowing the trouble's going to happen, but mainly going to the missile. Mainly that the end of this current age is upon us, and it's not something that we're saying. When you go into these different channels, from finance to prepper niggas to Christian niggas, everybody's talking about how things aren't what they would consider to be normal, and how something is gravely wrong. Which, if you want to get technical, something is gravely right, because these people are living in a changing of rulership. You're currently in the downfall of one kingdom and the soon erection of another, if I use that term correctly. The bringing up of another kingdom. That's what's going on. The end of this age and the beginning of the next age. And with those things are going to come, all of these different prophecies that are going to be ushering us forth into that next age, which the things our people should be focusing on. But you have faggots, that's talking about fucking everything except prophecy. And why is that? The scriptures talk about how the spirit of Lord Yahweh Shai is a spirit of prophecy. The Lord prophesied. Why is it that these niggas are avoiding prophecy? And when they do talk about prophecy, they go off on it. And something as simple as an RFID chip, which is once again an integral part, because you have this year, if I remember correctly, they're supposedly going to be rolling that out. You have other countries that have it, but they're supposedly rolling that out, and with that comes a whole new system in which to use it in which you're going to have to take it. But you have assholes that want to dance around it. And these are the people who are going to lead everybody following them to their fucking deaths, because a lot of our people don't know that this is quite literally a life or death. For a little while you had people scared and terrified because your president sanctioned those murderers to start killing you people. And people wonder, oh, is this the end? Well, yes, it is. You know? And what type of lifestyle are you supposed to be leading? That's what the word conversation goes into. How are you supposed to be conducting yourself? You're supposed to be seeking Yahweh Shemal Shai 10 times more. Seek him early while he may be found. Because there's going to come a time where the Lord is going to close the door to that proverbial, to the spiritual ark. Just like he did with Noah. And you already know what happened when that rain started falling, because they didn't know that scriptures talk about how dew was on the grass, which is pretty much like a mist. But it didn't rain before the flood. So that was just like how you have a place that gets an earthquake, right? And it doesn't normally get a fucking earthquake. You're going to be saying, well, your first reaction is to think, well, now something's wrong here. We shouldn't be getting earthquakes in here. Or you got fucking Texas that's freezing the fuck over and they don't normally get snow. Well, something's not right. Or you got these rivers or these bodies of water that have been in existence since forever, but now they're dried the fuck up. Well, something is seriously wrong here. And though all them niggas in the ancient world who got swept away by that flood thought the same thing. This shit isn't right. And you can only imagine the type of fear, because what? Just like our niggas in Texas aren't prepared for that winter, them niggas aren't prepared for that flood, and you people are not preparing, you're not putting on your spiritual armor to go into the spiritual turn physical fight. And it may seem lame to a lot of niggas, who's like, to be honest with you, I'm not sure what niggas into these days. I heard about street culture and gang culture dying. And you got all these stupid, illiterate ass niggas that's putting on sweaters and shit. But y'all still some niggas, by the way. All you dumb niggas who want to try to get on that quarter zip trend, y'all still some illiterate, stupid niggas. Just to all you gang bangers, all you dumb niggas, nobody care about y'all. Y'all some lame ass motherfuckers. Y'all washed up. Nobody give a fuck about gang culture anymore. All you dumb niggas, all that shit is fucking dead, man. But just like how them niggas, the door fucking closed up. They didn't they were banging on the fucking they were banging on the ark. Telling them all Moses let them in. But what happened? The Lord, as the scriptures say, the Lord, if I remember correctly, the Lord shut them up in the ark. So even if you wanted to open the door, it wasn't going to happen. So just like now, if you're going to have a lot of people that's going to try to turn to the Lord, but like what? He's not going to accept them. You're going to have other people come in, because they're slated to come in. But when the time is up, that's when they shall they know that the prophet was among them. But it's going to be too fucking late. And because this message is pushed over and over again, people it's pretty much something of a broken record, because people aren't really taking it seriously. They're saying, no, y'all been saying that since 2000. Y'all been saying that since this. Y'all been saying that since that. Well, look what's happened since then. You think you probably want to start listening, because it's not as if the message has been preached and nothing has happened. The message has been preached and monumental things have been happening. But you got niggas that are supposed to be playing those roles of niggas getting killed. So, better them than those of us who actually believe. But what brought this on was that Sakari nigga that's talking about how a member of the group that he was formerly leading was child pornography. And once again, all these other groups are having a ton of crazy shit going on, adultery. You got that one that's in IUIC where they beat the shit out that one guy and left that nigga on fucking 1 HP, Dark Souls style, Elden Ring style. Fucking kicked the absolute shit out of that dude and left him in the hospital. Fucking parades and all, marching down the street. Here it is, they march down the damn street, but they don't go out on the highways and the byways in season and out of season, which is actually funny. But that's proof that, and like once again, the niggas don't talk about prophecy. That's proof that these people shouldn't be followed. But once again, that's fine. Better them than us to get led into that fucking ditch. Verse 12, looking for and hastening to the coming the day of Yahweh, wherein the heavens, being on fire, shall be dissolved, and elements shall melt with fervent heat. And what is that? Once again, missiles. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and new earth, wherein dwelleth righteousness. And that's the type of mindset you should be in, looking for a new heaven and a new earth. Because when you take a look around, everything is falling apart. You got this whole storm that has been one of the, if not the worst storm in the last few decades on record. That's fucking damn near everybody up. You know, you had, I think it's like so far like 40, maybe 50 people that's dead because of the fucking storm. Freezing to death. Or you had a couple few instances of 100 fucking car crash pile up on freeways. You know, niggas fucking murdering. It's all types of crazy shit. And this is the world y'all want. Oh, and you going to, there's a couple videos that ran across my algorithm going to dating, right? And you had a lot of niggas that was talking about how the so-called traditional way of dating, which obviously courting, which you want to technically get in a courting, what people do, what used to do with dating isn't really courting when you actually go into what courting is. But what they call courting is you meet a chick on wherever the fuck, dating app or whatnot, you go out and then, you know, talk, relationship and all that shit. Now you got niggas talking about it's pay to fucking play. Women, you know, reverting back, useless whores, reverting back to using that fucking gas chasm that they call a fucking vagina. And you got niggas that's gonna pay for it. But everything is no more family. Gen Z don't want to have fucking children, and even if they wanted to, they fucking can't because they're broke as fuck. Everything you got Gen Alpha that's worse. Everything is fucked. And you know the only people that's actually looking forward to something in the future is the niggas who have a little bit of money. But everybody else, 9 to 5, is fucking killing them. It's all fucked, which is the vast majority of people. It's all fucked. You can't have a society like that. That's why they're going to bring in universal basic income, because if it's not for that, you quite literally can't have a fucking society like that. But that's the world in which you niggas want to get rich. And as long as y'all can get a couple millions, a couple 100,000, you're okay with living in a shithole such as this. You know, because you get the pay hookers to fucking peg you. It's all good. Or you get honestly, where do you even, like, I can't, like, you hear about these rich niggas finding child porn. Where the fuck do you even find it? I mean, obviously, I don't, like, sarcastic question, if that's the correct term to use. But, like, the nigga, because, like, I'd imagine you can't find it on the fucking internet, obviously. But, like, where the fuck that bro filing child porn? Because I would think, like, obviously you have to fucking pay for it. But who the fuck would you go to? Boy, you got the connections. That's crazy as fuck. But that's, you were like with this whole Epstein shit, which is, it's a distraction. But as much as it is a distraction, it shows you who these niggas really are. That's the people y'all have ruling over you. These are the type of niggas that y'all have deciding the fate of fucking countries and nations and shit. Niggas who are fucking children. And not only that, but y'all don't even know the quarter of it. Because they have actual child breeding farms in fucking facilities in which these are people who their names are not, they don't have a social security number. The only light these niggas have seen is a fucking light in the damn facility they're stuck in. And the light in the damn mansions and parties they be getting fucking traffic to. Them niggas, you got niggas that haven't seen the light of fucking day. That was born without a social security number, without any of this other shit. Born and bred specifically for these parties. And the women that gave birth to them, you don't know who they are. Those niggas live in an entirely different evil fucking world. But that's the people y'all have ruling over you. That's niggas y'all want deciding your fucking fate. And take a look at everybody, the rabble at the bottom, murdering each other. Bunch of crackheads all over the damn place. Fucking turned out a destroyed nation of people. And if things were to continue, because the scripture says the Lord shorten the days, you things are going to get worse. But like realistically speaking, where would you go from here? You know, because like how much, like it would get worse. But like how work, like, because like relationships, fuck, all that's families, all that's done. Now it's just bitches selling what they have between their legs. It would get worse. But you can't imagine how worse would it get, because like this is it. But this is what these niggas want to continue living in. This is why, it says, looking for and hastening to the coming of the day of Yahweh, in which the heavens being of fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Nevertheless, we, according to his promise, look for new heavens and new earth. Revelation 21 talks about new heaven and new earth. Being what? The earth being renewed, refreshed. The earth was known as Eden in the beginning, which means what? Paradise. Verse 14, wherefore, beloved, seeing ye look for such things, be diligent, they may be found of him in peace, without spot, and blameless, without spot. Now, obviously, we can't do that of ourselves, which is why we have Yahweh Shai. But you have to show your faith through works. And it says, be diligent. Continue to move forward. Continuing to, refine, to prune, when you have, pruning, different plants and whatnot, cutting off, wayward branches and leaves and stuff like that, or dead branches, or, dead leaves or whatever. But, trying to figure out if I wanted to keep going. But yeah, that was it pretty much. I was trying to figure out, there was something else I wanted to say, but I forgot. Lost train of thought. But hoping that's fine. Like I said, the whole point is how are you supposed to be acting, seeing everything that's going on? Because we got this whole thing with Trump wanting to fire on fucking Iran again, and like everything is just continuing to escalate. And now World War III, which was, mind you, our elders and apostles talked about World War III. People said World War III wouldn't happen. What the fuck what do you see going on all over the news? You have your officials and world leaders actually saying and preparing for World War III, saying it's going to happen. But first, it was looked at as a fucking conspiracy theory. All these so-called conspiracy theories are turning out to be fucking true. All the prophecies that we've been pushing, we've been looked at as crazy for, are turning out to be true. Yet you got niggas that's focusing on dumb shit that's not going to matter. But I'm hoping that finds. So that's why we continuing to push the message. No matter what all these crazy niggas say, that's why we continue to move forward, because we know for an undeniable fucking fact that we are correct. That this is the truth. Because all these people talking shit against us, they don't have any rebuttal except for minor fucking complaints that rub them the wrong way. They don't open the book and refute what we're saying. All they're doing is talking shit. So all you dumb niggas that want to say, come back to Jesus, you niggas can take Jesus and you can shove him up your ass. But hope that finds y'all praises school and Nazi how about Shima Shah by Shim Gakadash, the ones that was supposed to teach her at Middlesex on Shu. Shall want to hope like Israel instruction by great America.